Chair Powell, as you know, there's been a great interest in central bank digital currencies. Many countries, like China in particular, are focused on establishing a CBDC. You indicated this earlier this year, the Fed would study and issue a white paper on the subject. What is the status of that report?
We expect to publish a report around, could be early September, or plus or minus, right in that time frame. And the status of it is we're working hard on it right now. But let me tell you what it is really. We're going to address digital payments broadly. So that means stable coins, it means crypto assets, it means a CBDC. That whole group of issues and payment mechanisms, which we think are really at a critical point in terms of the appropriate regulation, and in the case of a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, laying out really questions for the public to respond to about what good it can do, what the costs and benefits of it would be. We want to begin really a major public consultation across many different groups, including Congress, of course, on a CBDC and also on stable coins and crypto.
But so there are certainly advantages to a central bank digital currency or a faster payment system, but there are certainly risks. That's the case, right? This is not a riskless proposition. It's a pretty bold proposition for the Federal Reserve, is it not?
Yes, and we'll lay out the possible potential benefits. We'll put those out on paper, and also, the potential risks that are undertaken. And I think those have been written up in many forums around the world, and I think both are real. And it really depends. A lot depends on the U.S. institutional context and on why we would need a central bank digital currency and how you weigh those costs and benefits. So that's really the nature of the exercise.
And so stable coins certainly have some advantages in terms of a faster payment system and have some of the attributes of a CBDC. But there are some risks with stable coins right now. Are there not? Are there concerns you have about stable coins?
Yeah, I think the issue, stable coins are a lot like money market funds or bank deposits or a narrow bank, depending on the terms of them, that kind of thing, but without the regulation. And I think we have a tradition in this country where the public's money is held in what is supposed to be a very safe asset. We have a pretty strong regulatory framework around bank deposits, for example, or money market funds. That doesn't exist really for stablecoins. And if they're going to be a significant part of the payments universe, which we don't think crypto assets will be, but stablecoins might be, then we need an appropriate regulatory framework, which frankly we don't have.